I've visited this, guys. I know it's been a while, so I know it will eventually. So like I know it's hard, so and eventually I'll like eventually play other games, which I do, but like I don't know if you heard or not, but like a judge uh agreed to um a judge agreed that like the Titanic could open like basically the Titanic like in the Marconi room to get to remove basically the Marconi which basically is in CQT and SOS though. That's what I heard and read about, so which I hope they can do before it's too late. I haven't been here for months, so I believe this is I know. That's just being a frigate. Loop. So see. Now like this so this is like my world like for the history of the United States Navy. It's been a while, so yeah, so message chandeliers. This one goes to the turtle, which was and it's the first submarine in the um, combat submarine. So like this is like the beginnings air section, so and this no this is like basically the schooner. If I go seeing this one is supposed to be this is kind of like I can't forget the name of it, but yeah. So like that's the first one I made, which I think it's but this is no right here. This is the brig, which I mean has two masts, so. I did this like gray section because I don't want, even though that each ship is similar, I want the brig to stand out just a little bit differently. Now if we go up, back down. Even though that time this is off, but this is supposed to be like the frigate. And I based this one off the Constitution, which is still in active service with the United States Navy. Even though that she's the second oldest ship in the world, so the other one is being the Victory. But she's but basically, what's that Constitution part that the Constitution is the only ship that floats, the oldest floating warship. And the Victory is in dry dock. Now we come over here. This is the sloop. It's which I think it's between a frigate and a ship of line, if I recall, or like I did like scouts maybe that I did like skylight, so I don't know if I like that or not. And over here is the ship of the line. If you guys didn't know this or not, but you all said that actually the ship of the line. I based this off the Independence. Trying to remember like. Oh. No. I designed this to so it could be all accessible. So okay, this one goes down here. I have multiple ways, so well, that's what I said. Get back. We need to head back down. So like before, so like this is guys' first time. So like before this is like I had like lots of support beams connecting. I'm just adding, just changing it. Yeah. So here are the restrooms. So also this is a guy's bathroom. Also like this has to be like sinks, urinals, toilets. And basically this is like on schools though, like where they have like the spaces though, so you can see restrooms. This is the elevator though, so we're not gonna head up there quite yet. And this is so far this is where it ends. And this is another section though, so okay. The only way to get up and maybe maybe if I just shouldn't if I lowered it just about like 20 blocks or so. But I do like this grandeur. So There is like nothing much, so like this is the upper. Like you can get a good view down as what's going on down below. This is for the also for the public. Here it's just this, but these are for, like I said earlier, these are for the people that have disabilities like wheelchairs. So like there are people with disabilities that are wheelchairs, so like this is for them. So like this is the side. Only the DD is for destroyers, battleships, or it's gonna be here. So I think so. Like this is the Merrimack and the Monitor, which is this. It's basically this place. So I just wanted to depict the battle here. And two submarines, the Hunley and the Alligator. And the Alligator never saw action. Only saw just one action, which just sank and then later raised in the late 20th century. Now, this is BCA. That's protected cruisers, and there's two the pre-dreadnought and a torpedo boats. Now this section is like 1970 to the 1905, which I mean clearly it needs some more work. The only section, the biggest section is this one, so like I started with this. And worked my way. Like I didn't know how like big the vessel ships are gonna be, so I just like guess. Okay, so like for here. So I did one. I think there is bulkhead because this one. go here. I have like this. I know this is not right, but like I'll fix it. Or maybe not. Yeah, so this is clearly wrong. So yeah, we'll definitely have to fix it. So maybe definitely at a later date. So I got to build the Merrimack one last time. Need to build the Merrimack using the stairs one last time, then the rest it's just I'm gonna be done with stairs for good. Oh. So got I need to do songs for my graduation, which I mean it'll not take too long. So Okay. Now, like, I'm doing this at exhibit, so. So, there's a slope. Let's see, there's a frigate, so. So I got my like that two submarines, and I got like two more, at least one protected cruiser, one pre-dreadnought, and then I'm gonna do one torpedo boat. Then next is the I'm gonna do next to the battleships. Now I'm gonna do like a super dreadnought. Those are like I'm gonna like base it all in Texas though. Like no, I want to like basically in the like before the tickets got like refitted. Like no battleships. No, I'm gonna Nick is gonna build like an Iowa class battleship. Some on the Missouri, which I'm gonna build, which I feel like I'll build like two battleships. I think two or three battleships, so maybe yeah, so two, so like then I'm gonna build like just like a few destroyers though. Like, since they evolved, the last destroyers I'm gonna build is the Zumwalt, so that's the latest. Like for cruisers, since they were both like light and heavy, you guys are gonna be like one light and one heavy. because even though that the designs are a little different, but they are basically the same. Layout. So that's what I'm trying to say. Like I know, like I said earlier in this episode, it's been a while, so like even if that's it may not look correct for, but yeah. So no, these another. I'm not gonna do like any skylight from here on in. So like these, I want to make it like more feel like an indoor exhibit. So like this is gonna like it's going to be like this. You know that the exhibits are going being closed, so I think yes, I forgot. Here. I know, like, it's, so this is basically, this war. I haven't updated this map. You know that it's like, it's bright. It's like, you know, that's a little bright, but a little dim also. So, I forgot to show you the upper, very top. We have to use the elevator. If I recall, use, yes, we use this one. I'm thinking an office. No, so like I think I had to redo. So I think maybe just a little bit over an hour. I'm gonna get off. I mean, this one took me forever. Like I made it like all like books up by filling it in each section since this one's the tallest by far. But I think once when I get to the aircraft carriage, I think yeah, that's gonna be the biggest ships. Now like the subs. Now it could go up. Oh, like extend this down. You. Now this is a frigate. Now I got some change that I have to do. That's later. Slope. The battle. This is like I said earlier. This is this is part of the other day, but that is was the battle of the Hampton Roads that it lasted like I think if I remember correctly, it lasted like for 3 or 4 hours. And the Hunley, they could zip here, alligator. I know I had to sign. can't remember what this is supposed to be. This is like basically, I can't remember right now. So this is like, so good. Now, like, you're thinking, oh, like, this the museum is done. No, it's not. Like, I'm gonna build, extend this, so like it's gonna have like a weird shape to it. It's just a weird shape. I mean, I don't know if I want glass there or not. I haven't built a lot of Hampton, so the first thing I'm gonna build here is the torpedo boat, cruise, protective cruisers, and also maybe I could extend it maybe by. I don't see that anymore. So extended this because it's, I don't know, like I also like extended this just a little bit more. It's the pre-dreadnought. I got Elise Nelson. I got one pre-dreadnought battleship. Which, I mean, which I think I'm gonna do is either the Texas or the Maine. But for the cruiser, I'm gonna do is the Olympia, which she is the. I know she. It's the only protected cruiser like left in the world for the U.S. So this is like 18, I'll say 40s or so, up until the, I think basically up until the end of the Civil War. I mean, like, this like exhibit, Really like all the ships it says, so like from 1775 up until the 1830s. It's the reason why 1775 is because that's like the Navy's birthday, basically. Even though that Navy got disbanded after the war, though. I mean, not right after, but I think maybe a year or two after the war. And then I mean, like, how the Navy was reformed, like in the 1790s, and it's been along with the. I mean, I mean, it's on the early part of our history of a nation. That, like, we, like at first, I mean, after we won a war and gained our independence, like before the Constitution, though, like we just didn't like the army and standing military. But I think, like, it was the Barbary Pirates and the French also, like, and say, hey, we don't like this, so, like, let's build a naval fleet to protect, like, our merchant, like, sailors, our ships, basically. And then we have, then we have a understanding navy, which, I mean, it evolved, like, from the top to the nuclear slash uh diesel, like, electric powered vessels today. So even that we now there's like no subs, like, after the Civil War, so I think in the 1900s I'm gonna have to build like one Holland, and I goes to build oh, a Holland class, and then I'm gonna need to do is build like a World War II submarine, which fall into the submarine, the Gato class. Also, you gotta, like, since basically all this, like, World War II subs from the World War One and World War II subs are basically the same though, but like on the outside, but in the power same, but like they are a little advanced. They were so like World War II servers were a little advanced. Just a little advanced, but not much from their World War One predecessors, like near nuke subs. So since they're a little bigger inside than the World War One subs, so I know, like, when I build a submarine for the six, I'm gonna build like two, like, classes basically. Build like one shot. Yes, I'm gonna build the Nautilus, which actually is a museum. And then then I'm gonna build the George Washington, which it was the first ballistic submarine. I'm gonna build is the Seawolf. This either the Seawolf or the Virginia. and then I'm gonna build the Ohio class ballistic submarine, and now that's for it for subs. And the for card I'm gonna build is like across the Langley, next to 10, Yorktown, exit Essex. See, two like light slash fleet, not fleet, but like escort and light. See, then I'm gonna need to build is like one Forrestal, the Enterprise CV-65, one Kitty Hawk, one Nimitz, and one Ford. So the last is gonna be more carriers. So it's just, I think maybe just a few carriers. Maybe well, like the Langley Enterprise CV6, 65, 5, and the Ford. Now, since basically all the characters are from Langley to the Ford, is basically the same, but designs are different, but basically they still operate the same, so I'm just showing like, this is just showing how like ships evolve in the like decades or centuries up to the previous ship. And the like I gotta build this. So like, yes, like I think I'm gonna build at least maybe Bruins class and Ollie Burke, Kid, but there's one ship that's I'm gonna build only one in the modern, which is the Tangaroga. It's hard to say, but like one of the. I think I'm gonna build the. Now I know Port Royal is the name of a cruiser in our navy. But I know Winston Churchill is a name of a destroyer, so I'm not naming these ships because they're basically gonna be like all similar throughout the decade and centuries they were sailing. Now I know like for the another ship, another frigate I had did name it, which is like the Constitution, which that's the only ship that I named, and also the Turtle Witch, it's only sub, and Honey Alligator. So there's a few ships that are gonna be named, but they're still gonna be the same. I did this because like black and white because that's like the current uh color for the Constitution. Okay, so like the Constitution, if you guys didn't know, like was named after like our current Constitution, like the Supreme Law. So I'm gonna be getting off. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.